We're live.
Yes, people. How we all doing? Welcome back to another stream. No Big Steve show tonight, people, unfortunately. I know a lot of you do wait for Monday evenings at 6 o'clock when Big Steve is here, but Big Steve was invited to go to the Kevin De Bruyne event at the Etihad Stadium tonight, so he's going to hopefully meet Kev and have a good night, and we hope he enjoys himself. But you got myself and Big Geordie Porty instead. Who needs Big Steve when you got Big Geordie Porty? So we're going to do a transfer roundup, people. Transfer roundup. The transfer season is fast coming up. The January window opens in a couple of weeks. There's been a lot of links for City players to come in and go out. A lot of players to talk about. It's something I've spoke a lot about on recent streams, how I feel the squad's light and we need business. And we can also, like I said, expect some players to leave because their futures just are non-existent as of right now. But listen, house rules before Mr. Porty starts off the stories that we're going to talk about. Smash a like, please. Smash a like on this stream. It really, really helps. We're 25 likes off 100, so if we get to 100 rapid, that'd be great. And subscribe if you're new around here. Right, bro, let's chat transfers, man. It's been a while since we did transfer talk, so what is happening in the world of footballing movement? Don't die.
To be fair, I actually didn't think there was a lot when I first started looking into it today. But there's actually quite a few rumours going about. So I thought, because at first I was just going to do it about there's the striker. Potential striker in January, which we'll get onto. We'll tease you with that one and leave that one for a bit further on. But there are a few different topics to talk about, a few different players, and I'm surprised at how much is actually popping off right now. And I guess it's because January's around the corner now. As we all know, sources can be dead, but we're just going to throw out what we've seen, what I've seen over the past day or so, and then we can just have a look at it.
The best thing to do with sources is to allow you guys at home to make your own mind up. We're not going to tell you. We're not going to tell you this is super reliable or this is super dead. This is just a roundup of all the rumors, and you guys, if you feel it's a dead source, let us know, man. Let us know.
Yeah. If you think to be fair, when we go through these different things, you can see, we'll tell you the source and stuff, and also we'll tell you how bullshit we think it is, and you can tell us how bullshit you think it is, because a few of them are a mad one. And funnily enough, Barry Brout is just coming with the first one. So, there's a player for Club Bruges called Tajon Buchanan. The guy's Canadian, and apparently you can pick him up for around £50 million. He's a right winger, and City are kind of looking at that right hand side and maybe wanting a little bit more threat there, which I think is a bit confusing, since we know that Phil Foden can play right wing, Bernardo Silva can play right wing. Obviously, then we have Doku and Grealish on the other side. But according to Daily Star, that is who's first, so not really sure on the source of it or anything. But £50 million as well is a heavy amount of cash. The guy is 24, I think. He's 24. City apparently are looking at it. Pep likes the idea of this guy from Club Brugge. He's only got a year left in his contract, or 18 months, I think it is. And he's not going to sign a new deal with Club Brugge. The guy's basically just a pacey winger. Now, I've got his stats as well to throw at you, and then we can have a discussion of what we think about the price and that. So these stats, last season, the guy played 32 games. He did play some Champions League games as well. He only scored one goal in those 32 games, and he which was in the Jupiler League, and he got 6 assists. And then this season, he's played 20 games so far. 3 goals and 4 assists, playing 1,400 minutes, and he's also played right back this year, quite a bit. 17 games at right back, I should say. So he's only played 20 games this season, and 17 have been at right back. So it looks like he's been shifted into right back now, because he's a right winger. He's a rapid right winger, but it looks like he's been shifted into that full back role this season.
I had to really think there. Did you say 15 or 50?
5-0.
Yeah, 50 million for a 24-year-old right winger / right back from Club Bruges. Sounds crazy. It does sound crazy.
It sounds ridiculous. It sounds stupid. £50 million for this guy. I mean, he clearly doesn't score that many goals. I mean, 3 goals in 20 games, and that's more than he only scored 1 goal in 32 games the previous year. So he clearly doesn't score that much. He gets a few assists, not even 4 assists in 20 games. He got, I think, 6 assists the season before. But like I say, he is a right winger, but they're playing him at right back, so maybe that's why he's not getting the goals and assists. But to me, it is a weird one, man. It's a weird one.
If City are interested here, my thought process is it's to balance out. The team. Obviously, when Doku plays left wing, for me, I don't know what you guys in the chat think. I don't know what you think, bro, but I think it's really imbalanced in terms of the way we progress up the pitch. I think we spam our left hand side. We always
go
down
the left.
Yeah. So maybe getting this kid in, or kid 24, it's to add some balance to that essentially. And the fact that he's played most of the season at right back, could that I suppose lean to a potential Kyle Walker alternative? I'm not saying replacement. I'm saying if he's an attacking player, which he is, he's going to be an attacking fullback. He's going to be an attacking right back. Is he a different option to Kyle Walker? Is he a different option to John Stones? I'm not too sure, but this doesn't scream a runner to me. This doesn't scream like something that has much legs.
I agree with that. I don't think it has too much legs. I can make a case for it though. And the case for it from me is the right. I just checked, by the way, and he actually only played 3 games at right back. He played 2 games at left back the season before this one. So after playing 3 games at left back last year, this year they've gone, yeah, you know what, throw him in at right back. But now, if you look at what we're kind of doing with Kyle Walker at the moment, and we know that he can't do it, it's not a thing, and no one's really a fan of it, is we push Kyle Walker up completely, and he becomes a right winger. We have in Kyle Walker right winger mode. Now, this guy is a right winger who's now playing right back. So he can play right back and right wing. Now, City maybe look at it going, well, if we want to continue with this right wing fullback mode, where, I mean, as we know, like with Kyle now, I know we all don't like it, but we are seeing it. Kyle Walker pushes really high up. Phil Foden or whoever's on that right hand side does basically invert and pushes close to a Haaland. Our City maybe like going, oh, well, if you want to double down with that tactic, we can go and get you someone who can play right wing, who's a bit more attacking, and he does a job at right back as well.
We don't actually have a right winger.
Yeah,
we don't actually have a right winger.
It would be purely. We have midfielders, isn't it? Like, you just play right wing.
Yeah, we have midfielders who can do a very good job on the right hand side. But I've no doubt, even though Bernardo Silva has probably had his best period at the club, and I mean that by talking about the back end of last season as a right winger, there's no doubt Bernardo Silva wants to be in the midfield. That's where he wants to be. He's a midfielder, I'd imagine, in his own head. So I would think that this kid is coming in just to be a simple right wing option, just to be an out and out right wing option. Because since the sale of Cole Palmer, and Mahrez, we don't actually have a right winger. We don't have a right winger registered at the club, do we? Someone who's their thing is being on the right wing. So yeah, balance once again springs to mind. But I mean, I don't think this has got legs. I don't see this happening.
Yeah, I personally don't see it being a runner. But that's your first of the transfer targets, which as I've seen today, and obviously it's just. There you go. Cornelia in the chat says Buchanan isn't very good. I'm Belgian, and he's not good enough to play for City. There you go. So, and like I say, his stats aren't really glorious. Doesn't really fill him in good light. And obviously, I know stats aren't everything, but the fact that he is playing right back now, I just don't. £50 million is a lot of money for this player, and I don't think City are going to move with that. I genuinely don't think they will.
If he's European, which he obviously is, sorry, he's Canadian, but he's playing in Europe, I should say. If he's playing in Europe and he's someone worth getting, I would like to think I'd know him by now, or I'd have heard of him, or I'd know something about him.
Yeah, I agree.
But I don't.
You think you'd know a bit more about him?
He's a bad player. That's not to say he's a bad player. I'm just saying it's really random. It's a really, really random selection.
It's a lot of money for basically an unknown.
Because if you think about it, you could go for other right wingers around Europe with much bigger pedigree, much more guaranteed impact for maybe another 20, 30 million on top of that, which for me is worth doing.
Yeah, I agree. Yes, Red John, mate, with the 5 super chat, mate. Big up, man. It says, if we really need a third striker, then we should bring back Liam Delap. He's been on loan 4 or 5 years now. It's time for him to shine at City. I personally think Liam Delap's time at City is done. I feel like he could have had a chance, but Pep didn't run it, and then he got injured the next season, where I think Pep was maybe a bit more open to it. Got injured, so then couldn't play, and then that was it. And it's a shame because I think he could have done bits at City, Liam Delap, But yeah, I just think it's unfortunate. I don't think he's going to make it to City. But I hope he does have a good career in that because, I mean, the guy seemed like a ball at the time. He got us all hyped for a season. But yeah, after about 6 months of begging Pep to play Liam Delap, I think it was time to just give up on the dream. So yeah, I think he'll have to go elsewhere. And plus, I'm not even sure how good he's doing this year. Is it? I think he's at Hull.
Yeah, he's at Hull. Yeah, he's at Hull. No, he's done. He's done it. There was that one season, wasn't it? The year Liverpool won the league, where we had no striker and Liam Delap was there. I think he came on against Bournemouth, maybe, and might have scored, or Burnley or someone.
He scored against Bournemouth. I'm sure it was Bournemouth, and he came on against Leicester when we got beat 5-2, and he hit the crossbar.
Yes, he did. He did. No, Pep doesn't fancy Liam Delap. He's not. It's not going to.
Yeah, there you go. He's played 21 games, bro. 21 games. He scored 5 goals and he's got 1 assist. It's not
awful, but it's not City numbers.
It's not City numbers, isn't it? It's not City numbers. So.
Nah, I mean, why? If I was Liam Delap as well, I wouldn't want to come back to City. There's no point coming back to Manchester City. Your career's not going to happen there. If I was Delap, I'd be looking for a club at a lower level. And by lower level, I don't mean League One, League Two. I mean like maybe a lower Premier League club or a higher Championship club. I don't know. But you're not going to get your game at City. There's too much competition, and I'd imagine we'd dip into the market before signing Liam Delap properly.
Yeah, I agree. Right, next then. Obviously we spoke about Tajon Buchanan now. Next up on the in the lists of things that transfer wise, we have your boy. Calvin Phillips. There are a few rumours going on again about Calvin Phillips. Before we get into Calvin Phillips news, please make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're trying to do our best to get 100k as soon as possible. We need that plaque, mate. It'll set us in stone then. You can bury me and just use that plaque as my headstone, mate, because I'd just be happy. But yeah, do us a favour, hit the like button, helps other people find the channel, and subscribe if you are new. If you want to join the Xtra Club, the link is in the description. You can get involved in interactive streams, things like that. And yeah, big up to people you already have, big up to people who've gifted, and big up to people who already like the stream. Right, your boy Hugh, El Calvino. As we know, the guy is not going to be a Manchester City player for much longer. He's a ticking. Basically, his clock's running out. The clock is running out on Calvin Phillips at Manchester City. We know this. Pep basically confirmed it even further the other day, basically saying he feels sorry for him because he's a good guy. But even Pep said, I can't imagine him in my City side. That's basically Pep saying, I've seen the training. He can't do it, so I can't even imagine it. The guy can't even dream it up of Calvin fitting into the side. So Calvin's done, man. Calvin's done. Done. The race is run. The jig is up. The joke is over. Unfortunately for me, I liked him. I like him. I do like him as a footballer. I think he'll be really good wherever he goes. I just think it's unfortunate he's not a City.
I think he's still got a really great career ahead of him. I know he's not young, but he's still got plenty of time. I think he can win trophies wherever he goes. But I've stressed this enough. It's no embarrassment to not make it at Manchester City. To not be a starting 11 player or to not be a main player in Manchester City squad. It's no embarrassment because of the standards Pep Guardiola has and demands of the players. I like him. I really like him. You guys all know the joke. I've met him. He's lovely. I always want nice people to do well, but unfortunately, you know, the football at the highest level is ruthless. You know what I mean? There's no room for sentimentality, and unfortunately, that's what's happened to Calvin Phillips. I mean, it's almost a bit condescending for Calvin to stay at City when Pep says things like, he's a lovely guy, but he's not good enough. Do you know what I mean? Like, you need to leave, mate. You need to go and get your career back on track. You know what I mean? The Euros coming up next summer for England. No doubt he wants to be heavily involved in that. So I think it's Juve is the link, isn't it, bro? Is the report there?
There's more than Juventus. So Juventus is what we've heard over the last over the last couple of weeks. Juventus is the one. Apparently, they want to get him on loan in January, and they want City to pay all the wages, I think, or 75% of the wages for Calvin Phillips to go to Juventus on loan. I think City'd like to get a permanent deal away, obviously, with these players. It is difficult because City put them on a decent wage. Hard to shift these kind of players when they're getting the money that thingy. But I think he'll want game time. Like I said, with Euros coming up in that, I think Calvin Phillips will want to go. But it's not just Juventus now. Newcastle United and Spurs apparently are both in the race to sign Calvin Phillips. Obviously, they've got the competition from Juventus in there. But they're both looking at Phillips as a solid option for him. Now, City, the issue that we've got is City don't want to take an L or too much of an L on their investment. We paid 45 million pound or whatever it was. We don't want to take major L on that deal, so we'll probably be trying to recoup as much as that as possible. Now, it depends in which way City go. The Juventus link was always a loan. Now, if he goes Juventus, we're not strengthening a rival. But then will City feel like we're strengthening a rival by giving them Calvin Phillips if we don't rate him or enough to play in our side? Do you know what I mean? I don't think they'll have an issue with that. We know that Tonali from Newcastle suspended, so there's a gap there. So I think Newcastle is probably a solid option for him, and I think that they probably will be interested as well.
Is does Thingy not play in that role for Newcastle now? Bruno Guimaraes, is he not playing number 6 now?
Yeah, but sure.
Have I messed it up?
I don't know. I know he plays all the time, but I mean,
I know their midfield on the weekend was your man Miley, that 17-year-old, Joe Linton, and Bruno Guimaraes. I'm just not sure which one played in the holding midfield role, but yeah, if there's a gap there in Newcastle, that would be a sick move for him. That would be a sick, because they might have European.
Unreal. Yeah, they might have Europa League or whatever it is. Yeah.
They're in the race for top 4, top 5, whatever it is now. Tottenham I wouldn't go to if I was him, because he's not going to move his Basuma anytime soon. Basuma's absolutely smashing it for Tottenham right now, and really likes Basuma. Calvin needs to go to somewhere where he's guaranteed to start. And the word is that Allegri has promised Phillips or his agent that he's an immediate starter. As soon as he arrives, he's straight in the starting 11. That's the kind of guarantees Calvin Phillips needs. I think Juve would be a sick move for him. Get out of England, get people to stop talking about you in England, focus on your football in Serie A, big club in Juve, big demands, trying to get back to the top of Italian football. I think that'd be a sick move for him, but equally probably Newcastle would too. But if he stays in England and goes to Newcastle, people are still looking at him like, oh, he flopped at City, how's he going to do at Newcastle? And it's just a lot of existential pressure. So I think there's two good options there in Newcastle and Juve. And the money thing, I could see City doing what they've done with Cancelo, loan with an option to buy or an obligation to buy potentially. It's going to be hard to recoup all the money that you spent. It's going to be hard to get.
Yeah, we're gonna take an L. We're definitely gonna take an L, but it's just about how much of an L that is, isn't it? It's about damage limitation basically on this deal. Because we are going to take
someone
who
no chance needs to pay his wages, though. You can't expect us to pay 75% of his wages. If you want to take an England international, I know he's not he's not done it at City, but he's still an England international and he still has pedigree in the game. You got to pay more than 25% of his wages. We're not going to have our pants pulled down here at the same time, I'd imagine.
Big up Professional Dick, mate, with the 19 months. Big up, bro. Says, sorry, he's so sexy, Phillips, but it's time to go. Who are we going to go to replace him? Who's realistically available to replenish our midfield? Now, this is a conversation to be had as well. What do we do with the Calvin Phillips things? If we get rid of him, you've got Rodri. But I'd say, if you get rid of Calvin Phillips, it makes absolutely no difference to his Manchester City side.
Nope.
He does not play for us. He's basically not he's Manchester City player by name, not by actual player. That's a box that he ticks, mate, because we don't use him. We don't bring him on for Rodri. We never use him. So he's basically not a City player anyway. But it would be nice to have someone that we can use. And that's where, obviously, we have to think about who would be that guy. Who'd be the guy that City go and get, and then who would be available. I've seen people in the chat saying about Douglas Luiz there. He's completely not for sale from Villa. And apparently 120 million, someone said there, like for Douglas Luiz, and that's wild. Considering we had a £40 million buyback like 2 years ago, it is wild. We could have had that guy back for £40 million just like that, instead of going and getting Calvin Phillips. We could have just gone, let's get Douglas Luiz, and Douglas Luiz will play that Pep rates.
No chance in hell you get Douglas Luiz. His stocks are way too high right now. Way too high to go and get. And it's not even as if Douglas Luiz would be like, if we went and showed interest, it's not even as if Douglas Luiz would be like, yo, I need to push my way out of the club. I need to get myself to Man City. Villa are smashing it right now. Villa could do unprecedented things this season. You know what I'm saying? And he's one of the main Donnies in that Villa team that are absolutely killing it. So it's not even as if it's not going to be like Mateus Nunes, where Mateus Nunes kicked up a fuss and forced his way to Man City, or what Riyad Mahrez did, or Kyle Walker. Douglas Luiz is probably happy at Villa right now, and his stocks are high. He'll probably play his international football now next summer, and depending on where Villa are, he might get a big move. Wherever Douglas Luiz goes next, it's for him to be the main man, and I think Liverpool is made for Douglas Luiz. They don't have a proper number 6. They don't trust Endo. I think Douglas Luiz reeks of a Liverpool move. I'd forget that.
Yeah.
I'd forget Luiz to see. We need to find someone, bro, who's willing to come in and not be the main number 6, but do a serviceable job as a backup to Rodri. So you need someone with a certain mentality. You need someone who goes, I understand I'm not gonna be the main man as soon as I walk in, but you need someone with a certain level of arrogance who's gonna go, you know what? I'm gonna give it a go. I'm gonna try push Rodri a little bit. I'm gonna see what I can do. And he's gonna look at the last couple of months, Rodri's been suspended a couple of times. This, that, the other. He's gonna get opportunities. Bit of chest. A young lad with a bit of chest. You're not going to get a ready-made number 6. You're not going to get a Douglas Luiz. You're not going to get I don't know who else is out there that you could talk about as a number 6. A Kimmich even just yet. You're not going to get any of these Donnies. You're going to be looking at someone else. Pep might not even want one. Pep might say, we're going to spam Rodri, and then when we need to rotate or rest, we'll throw someone like Kovacic or Stones back in. But in terms of games that we need to win, Rodri plays every single one.
Yeah, that's true. And it's hard to find someone who's gonna run with that. Do you know what I mean? A player who's going to be like, oh yeah, no worries, I'll sit here.
You would have been the man for that, man. You believe it or not?
Yeah, he would have been perfect. So B put in the chat before a list of players that like who could basically come in. He's put Kimmich there in brackets, £80 million, yeah, because that's cash. Tuchel isn't favouring Kimmich, doesn't really like him at the moment, but I don't think Kimmich actually wants to leave. Zubimendi's someone that I have seen loads of people talk about, but never seen City be linked. And Palhinha from Fulham. Palhinha from Fulham's sick, but it'd be interesting to see if Bayern go back in for that deal, because obviously that fell apart at the last second. So it'd be interesting to see if Bayern go, you know what, we want to go get Palhinha still and give them cash.
If Bayern get Palhinha, then the Kimmich thing becomes slightly more realistic.
But yeah, if Bayern get Palhinha, then it's and Tuchel isn't favouring Kimmich anyway. You got to go, well, could be a deal on there, and I think that'd be a potential to be a very good signing. It'd be a quality signing for City. And
he'd sort out so many issues, man.
Yeah,
Kimmich would sort out so many problems. He is like I said it last night on my review with Joe. I said you're not gonna get a Gundogan replacement, because Gundogan is like 2 and 3 players in one. Kimmich is probably the closest thing I can think of right now that would kind of offer the versatility and consistency that Ilkay Gundogan did. You know what I mean? Kimmich has done it at the highest level for quite a long time now. He's versatile. Pep made Kimmich. Pep loves him. It seems like a match made in heaven to get Kimmich to Manchester City, but a few variables need to fall into place before that can be done.
I say it's whether the variables happen in it, and that's what would make it more realistic. But at this moment in time, I still think Kimmich is an unrealistic deal. But like I say, stranger things have happened in football. Big up to JTI. Yes, JTI mate with the 18 months, bro. Big up man with the Wegsbury. Red John again with the 2. Appreciate your super chats, Red John, mate. It says we still have Yangel Herrera who's banging with Girona. Yeah, there's quite a few players at Girona as well. And it'd be nice. It would be nice if we could use like a team that we kind of own and go get a player from there. I know that like or a player who we know around the system. People have said Jeremy Frimpong and stuff. I know that he's obviously a right back, but that's another one who, if we wanted to go get a right back, Jeremy Frimpong would be pretty sick. I've seen Finn Brooks. He mentioned his name before, and every time we do a transfer stream, he gets linked. But yeah, Yangel Herrera obviously is one. Again, his name is there, but I just feel like City don't rate him because we never get linked to the guy. So I feel like City just like happy for him to just do what he's doing where he is. Anthony Landolfi, yes, Anthony, mate, with a 5. He says we need to go buy in January. We got to spend big. We have to spend about £400 million in January. Bro, Anthony's got cash. Anthony's like, £400 million, that'll sort us out. But yeah, I don't think we're going to spend £400 million in January. Apparently, the rumour has it that Pepper's got about 100 mil in January to spend. That's what I've seen a few times now. Around £100 million for Pep to reinvest.
You're looking at one, maximum 2 signings.
Yeah, I think you're looking at maybe like one major and a minor, like not like a shit signing, but like a major signing and maybe like a £20 million signing or whatever. Or you could get like 2 50 mil signings, something like that. I think we might go big for a player. And it might be like, you know what I mean, a cash money Donny. Like people saying Kimmich, he would be cash. People saying like £60 million, like it'll cost you cash, Kimmich.
Bro, I'll tell you what, man. If you said to me you could have Kimmich in January for 75 million, I'd pull the trigger. 75 million, I'll do it. I don't care. I know it's expensive. He's so good. He's so versatile. Pep loves him. I've said it all, man. For 75 M's, I'd go and get Kimmich. He's Champions League ready. He's winning mentality ready. He's versatile. He play number 6. He play number 8. He'll play right back. He's a leader. Pay it. If it's 60, that's a steal as far as I'm concerned. For Kimmich, bro, come on, man.
I think getting Kimmich would be so sick. It'd be so
bro,
sick.
But imagine Kimmich. I'd immediately do a stream saying we're winning the league. We're winning the league. I think Kimmich is one of those players who can be the difference in you winning or losing a big trophy because of his experience, because of his everything that comes with the package of Joshua Kimmich. Go and do it, man. He's a baller. He's cold.
I think it'd be a really, really, really good move from City, and to be able to say, yeah, we replace Calvin Phillips with Kimmich. That is it, like that. There's levels to that. There's levels to that right there. If we can get, like, say, if we could sell Calvin Phillips, or even just loan him out to Juventus or whatever it is, but say you got 30 million back for Calvin Phillips, which I think that might again be a struggle. But I think getting Kimmich in there it'd be so sick, man. It'd be so sick. So big up Anthony, appreciate your super chat, bro, with a 5 in it. £400 million is a little bit much, but I reckon close to £100 million is what you'll see. Nikita, yes, with a $20. Big up Nikita. Nikita says Miguel Gutierrez would be great left back for us, but Madrid won't allow it. Is he on loan at Girona at the moment? I think he is. Alice Garcia is a perfect backup for Rodri. Didn't he used to play for City?
Don't know.
Alice Garcia there. Chat on all more. I'm going to Google his name now. Is this the Donny who used to play for Man City? It is. This guy he's a Spanish Donny. I think he made like 1 appearance or something like that. Like 4 appearances he played for us from 2005 to 2020. And then he went to Girona on loan. And then he's currently back at Girona, basically. He's played 77 games this season. Scored 3 goals. But yeah, I don't think we'd go back in for Alex Garcia. I think we're just happy to have let him go. He says, should get Andre if quoted fee of £30 million. Is that correct? He's a Fernandinho regen. Keep up the great content. City till I die. I mean, I wouldn't say no to a Fernandinho regen if true. Like, I'd love a Fernandinho regen. But big up with a $20 super chat, Nikita, mate. That's a lot, that, bro. It's massively appreciated by us. Mohammed with a 5 says Walker as an attacking right back doesn't work. Hope Pep stops with that. It leaves us more exposed at the back. Walker can't even cross. What do you guys think? I do think we have an issue with this Kyle Walker thing. I think against Villa there was one point where Kyle Walker just literally went missing completely. And I was like, where is he? And then you actually look and he's actually just further up the pitch because the guy's playing right wing. I just the basics in it. Kyle Walker is right back. Please play right back. I mean, not right back / right wing.
He's not playing. He's not playing to Kyle Walker's strengths, Pep. I don't believe all of this is down to Kyle Walker. I think he's just
it's definitely a tactic. It's definitely a tactic because Walker pushes up and then you got Foden or Bernardo who'll tuck in. It's definitely a Pep tactic. We tried it last year. at the first half of the season with Cancelo. Do you remember against Liverpool? Cancelo's playing right wing / right back role, and that's what Walker's doing. But if anything, I'd back Cancelo to do it more than I do Kyle Walker because Cancelo's more attacking.
No,
I don't know, man. I don't back it. I don't back it, man. I think Pep needs to. I would say we don't know better than Pep, obviously, but I do.
I do.
I do think Pep needs to basically just chill out with that role. But big up, Mohammed. Appreciate it with a £5 super chat. JCM718 with a 1 gifted membership. Big up JCM718. Expanding that extra club. And it's Sam W who got that gifted membership. So big up JCM8. Massively appreciated, bro. Barlow Telly with the 8 months says just be happy with another attacking option. And there'll be quite a few people who want more attacking options, given the fact that we do find it difficult sometimes to break down teams. Look at the Villa game; we struggled in that to even create anything. An attacking option would be nice, like a Paqueta or something like that, to an attacking midfielder to unlock a defence, something that'd be sick. But
if we sign Paqueta and Kimmich, we win everything,
bro.
Everything.
Paqueta and Kimmich in January would be next level. Don't think that'll happen, but imagine that'd be scenes, mate. That's levels. That is scenes.
It ain't happen.
It's not happening. Yeah, you're right. Right. Okay. So more news. Right. Do we go on to this one or this one? Right. Okay. We've still got news about this striker. We've got news about Florian Wirtz. We've got news about a left back. And it's a left back that we all know who he is anyway. But so I'll start with that just to get it out of the way. So Valentin Barco, mate. The name that we've just been hearing about for ages, and it just seems to just disappear into the distance every single time. Well, apparently January is where we're going to get him. It's finally happening. January is where Valentin Barco is going to make his way to Manchester City. So hopefully it gets out of the way. Obviously, he's currently at Boca Juniors. He's valued at like £10 million. But he's playing for Boca. City been interested for ages. We kind of had the deal done in summer, but then just nothing happened. So January apparently is the time for Valentin Barco.
An actual left back. You wouldn't believe it. An actual left back. That's crazy, man. I don't.
It's just to throw in. It's not a CFG signing. Valentin Barco's a City signing, not CFG. Not a guy who's just going to come in and we bin him off again. Like it's City signing.
First of all, that means Sergio Gomez, you're done.
Yeah, Jens
totally
De Bruyne
finished.
there says that. Yeah.
Yeah, you are done, Sergio Gomez, mate, unfortunately. Pack your bags, off you go. It'll be nice. It'll be nice to have an actual left back. I mean, any player, young player, I know he's very young, isn't he? Coming from South America, it's a big transition. We've seen this a million times. It's a big transition for these lads to come to Europe. It's back to Manchester City. It's a big culture change. So it's a slow burner. I'd say it'll be a slow burner anyway. I mean, I can't imagine they'll play a huge amount of football this season, if any, maybe. But it's good. It's good. It's definitely nice to see us get an actual left back option and see how that goes. So big up Valentin Barco, man.
Yeah, hopefully it's done rapid, isn't it? I hope he gets some game time. And see what happens.
Has Professional Idiot just gifted 20 memberships?
No, 10 gifted memberships from Professional Idiot there. Is it showing twice for you? Because it does that to me.
Yeah.
It comes up like 2, doesn't it? And you're like, wait, is that 2 or 1? But 10 gifted memberships still, bro. A Professional Idiot. Big up Professional Idiot, bro. Expanding that extra club. Big up Professional Idiot, bro. Massively appreciated. The member goal right here isn't updating, and that's just because I've not got the thing open. I didn't really want Brian shouting down my ear every time someone super chatted, and also I need to fix the Polaroid thing. So big up Professional Idiot, mates. Big up to all the people in the chat who've got those. Turbo Virgin got one. Jens De Bruyne got one. Jimmy Grimble, Massum, Deceptive, Kieran, Urson Phillips, Robert McCluskey, the Richard Carrion, and Carl Johnston, all been gifted Extra Club memberships by our one and only Professional Idiot. Big up to Professional Idiot.
Make sure Make sure you all thank Professional Idiot for his gifted membership, man. What a guy! He's
what
a
a
big
Donny, man.
contributor here in the channel, Professional Idiot, man. He's keeping us in a job. So thank you,
Yeah, he
Professional
is.
Idiot,
He
for that.
is.
What a legend.
Man's
Chat, do
goated.
us a favor though. Make sure you've hit the like button. There's over 300 people in the building, only 230 likes. Let's see, can we get up to 250 likes rapid, and subscribe if you're new around here. Let's celebrate a new left back at the club.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, like and subscribe. Go on, bro. What's the next one?
The next one, then, the balancing back. Obviously, I just want to get that out of the way, innit? Like, dead, really, innit? Because we all know it's kind of happening, but that's the latest update on that. Right, so we'll leave WIRTZ till, we'll say the best till last with WIRTZ, because the strike thing is a little bit dead. So, City, apparently, because we do have this January budget of 100 million, we do have 100 million pound basically to spend in January, and Erling Haaland has this foot stress that's currently happened. Now, it's not a fracture, as we know, which is good, but he does have a foot injury that Pep basically said it's a week in, week out thing. That's how they basically judge this. They said he could even be back for Palace, but it's more than likely he's not going to be. Like, he could be, like, but very, very, very little chance that he'll be back for Palace this weekend. But obviously then we have the Club World Cup, so you could see him back for Club World Cup. Now, it's a weird one because it is basically just all based on this bone stress and how City feel like it's going to be there, and if we do want to move for it. But Football Insider is saying that sources in City have said to basically that City have turned to Pep and gone, the money's there, brother, for a striker if you want to go and get one. I personally... Wow. I don't see City moving for a striker. I feel we'd sooner move on a defensive mid and an attacking mid than a striker, because we've got Alvarez there. We do have Erling Haaland there. I just think it's Neil Maupay. I just think it's just, it wouldn't make sense. What does that say to Alvarez?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? We go get a striker, and first thing we lose Erling Haaland. The first thing we do is go in January and get a new striker in. Alvarez got to be sat there like, what are you doing? I'm sat here and I'm a striker. Just play me in my position.
Nah, striker's not it. Striker's not it. I think an attacking midfielder, a winger, a holding mid, these are all priorities for me over a striker. It's definitely, like, think about it. When Haaland gets back, Haaland's the number 9. Haaland's the main guy. When De Bruyne gets back, he's back in the midfield, so Alvarez gets shifted back to being the backup number 9. Then you have third striker man who's sitting there going, do I exist? Am I ever gonna play, or am I competing with Alvarez for Haaland's spot? I mean, nah, it's. I mean, is there any names? Any names?
No, just mystery names, bro. So basically, at this moment in time, it's you can go get a striker in January if you want one. I don't know who we'd get. Chat. What if you could pick one name? Yeah, gotta be realistic. I seen somebody say Weghorst, which is nah. Gotta be realistic, which again is hard. If you had to pick a striker to go and get in January, what name would you put on there? And you've only got a maximum of £100 million. So you can't get Mbappe. Lukaku's at Roma. He's not going to go. Benteke. Richarlison. Nah, he's always offside, mate. I know he's got a hat-trick the other day, isn't he?
None of them.
Marsum says Martial, let's go.
Nah, well, yeah. You could get Martial.
Yeah,
nah, I don't want any of them, man. I don't want any of them. Ivan Toney.
I just it doesn't matter what. To be fair, you can throw out any names, right? And I don't think I'd believe any of them as realistic. Just because I don't think.
I enjoy Ivan Toney. He's a bad man, Ivan Toney.
Oh yeah, I think Arsenal or something like that will end up going getting Ivan Toney.
I think Tottenham should get him because he's better than Richarlison. They don't have a number 9.
Heavy that Napoli winger. Oh, Rusty City. You're on about Kvaratskhelia, aren't you? Yeah, we're not going to get Kvaratskhelia, unfortunately. Solanke be a good backup.
Use the 100 mil better, man. Use the 100 mil where it's actually needed. We don't need we're actually chilling when it comes to strikers. We've got 2 very, very good striker options. We don't need a third one. Go and get a winger. Go and get a midfielder. Go and get a holding mid. Any of them. One solid one of those 3 will be great. 2, even better again. But don't use that 100 mil on striker. No.
A world recall there says a striker is bad investment, and I agree. A striker is genuinely just a bad investment. And I think whatever source has told football inside of this, I think it's dead. I think that's someone running away with the fact that they know that we've got money to spend and Haaland is injured. They seen that Haaland is injured, bro, and went, yeah, well, I've got an article to write here. City in for a striker in January because Haaland's injured. Easy. Easy.
He's going to play in the Club World Haaland, he's going to play in the Club World Cup. He'll be fine. He'll be absolutely fine. And if he doesn't play any games, it'll be Alvarez. That's that. Case dismissed.
Case dismissed. That's the way. Do you know that myth busted? We just busted that myth, bro. We just went, boof, that's done. Red John again with a 2 says, bring back Sean Wright Phillips. Nah, bro. Nah, in fact, I can actually genuinely say no on that because I watched him in Company's testimonial and guy was blowing. Like, Sean Wright did not have a good time in Company's testimonial. He had a stinker and that was years ago, mate. So, God knows what he'd be like now. But, yeah, Shawnee Wright, unfortunately, is not the one. Just first, random OP fan there says, I personally see that Kimmich or any box-to-box who can play as a defensive mid is a priority, and then a winger or an attacking midfielder overall, good non-replacement is a necessity. Go get, if Polina goes to Bayern and we get Kimmich, that'd be sick. That'd be sick. And also, you know what I mean, if you're throwing a sprinkle of Paqueta in there, bro, I'd be gassed. But that's heavy investment in a January transfer window, which we don't necessarily do, but see what I got, isn't it? See what's City cooking. Right. Speaking of attacking midfielders, the last thing on here is that Florian Wirtz, a name that we see all the time get thrown in by the chat, by you guys saying, go sign him, all the time, mate. It's Florian Wirtz. And we always say we have a few links. We have had scouts out there watching with nothing real, but apparently City are determined to beat Liverpool and Bayern Munich to Florian Wirtz, which is pretty mad. So this is what this article says. It says City are preparing to battle European duo Liverpool and Bayern for the signature of Wirtz. He's been linked obviously with City previously, as we know. And he's 20 years old, which is mad. He's scored 4 goals and 5 assists in 14 appearances for Bayer Leverkusen at this moment in time. I'll get a source for you in a second. I'm just going to read through this. He does have a contract till 2027 at Bayer Leverkusen. This won't be a signing in January because Bayer Leverkusen are very, very determined to sell this guy after the Euros. So Euro 2024, they're banking on his stocks going through the roof. Now, at this moment in time, I feel like they're saying 100 mil. I think that's what I remember. It's around £100 million anyway. And City, from previous sources that we've had before on this, City basically happy with that. City just happy to pay what they want. And I mean, if we're going for him, then it looks like we'll have to pay what they want because cash. Basically, we've got to hope that he has a shit Euros. But you gotta hope he's having a shit Euros, mate, because if he has a sick Euros, that price is just gonna keep going up and up and up and up. And
Where's he from?
He's German.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah.
So they got a decent team in Germany, so they'll probably have a decent Euros.
Yeah, they'll have a decent Euros, and if he has
Germany as well, the Euros.
Is it? Oh. Yeah, so we've got to hope that he has a stinker. Well, yeah, James De Bruyne, I don't think he plays ahead of Musiala, so hopefully Musiala always plays and then Wirtz gets no caps. Wirtz doesn't play a match.
With Florian Wirtz, he's a right winger, isn't he? Predominantly.
No, probably plays midfield, so like attacking mid.
Ooh, I don't know. It's a weird one. I thought I saw him playing the right wing, but we've got a lot of midfielders now, don't we? We have a huge amount of midfielders.
Yeah, I mean, but he's pure attacking midfielder. People say that this guy is future Kev.
Okay. Well, then, yeah, I mean, go for him. Everyone seems to rate him really highly. I've seen a little bit of him now. I've looked into him. He looks like a bad boy, but January is definitely off the cards because Leverkusen are top of the Bundesliga. They could actually go on to win it if they keep smashing it. So they're going to want to keep him because if they don't keep him, they won't win it. Yeah, I'd be up for it. I'd definitely be up for getting him in the summer.
Yeah, I mean, it is definitely one that is a hot property in it. Loads of people will be after throwing WIRTZ. City currently putting their name into the hat for it. Now, Bayern Munich is probably the biggest competition for this. And on that, Red John has just sent a £5 super chat. Yes, Red John. It says, now the race between City and Bayern, Liverpool can keep dreaming. But then again, I have a strong feeling Kimmich joining City and WIRTZ joining Bayern. Just about to say that. WIRTZ stinks for Bayern Munich signing.
He does.
Which is why
he's German.
I feel like we'll get Paqueta because I feel like WIRTZ will just end up at Bayern.
Paqueta and Kimmich, man. Get both Paqueta and Kimmich, and we're in a good position. Like, the thing with WIRTZ is, like, you have to understand, with German people, the kids in Germany, man, they don't grow up dreaming of playing for Real Madrid or Barcelona the way, like, most other kids in the world would. They all dream of playing for Bayern Munich. They all want to play for Bayern Munich. That's why Sané, as soon as Bayern showed interest in him, he down tools. He was like, I'm off to Bayern, mate. That's why all the big German players end up playing for Bayern, because that's where they want to go. So it reeks of a Bayern Munich move for WIRTZ, and then hopefully we can go in and nab Joshua Kimmich.
Yeah, I mean, if they a great scenario would be if in January they go get Palhinha from Fulham, we get Kimmich. And then obviously
they get WIRTZ
Paqueta.
and Palhinha. There's no need for Kimmich to stay there. He should be looking to leave straight away if they get WIRTZ and what's his name, Palhinha.
Yeah, well, people are saying about him that he's not in favour anyway. I mean, so like if Tuchel doesn't like Kimmich, then it just makes sense. Pep would absolutely love Kimmich at City. He would love Kimmich at City. I just get his stats up now, right? He's this season. I mean, he's played 19 games, but 1,500 minutes he's played. He's only scored once. He's got 6 assists. But
Kimmich,
yeah,
that's
six
dead
assists
for him.
Yeah, but he's playing he's playing defensive mid.
Dead game time for Kimmich, man. He's too good to be playing 1,000 odd minutes. He needs
1,500 minutes. I don't get it. I don't get why. But yeah, he's just not having it. But he says Kimmich playing in League One with City. yeah. But I think Kimmich is something that, like, obviously City could look at with getting rid of Calvin Phillips. Kimmich scored at the weekend. That must be his only goal. And with Calvin Phillips obviously looking to leave in January, Kimmich will be a good option, especially if they go get Palhinha, like you said a minute ago. Paqueta obviously is something that we keep talking about, but again, there's still nothing concrete. We're basically going off the fact that Big Steve said that the Paqueta betting thing is kind of washed away. It's done, like he's not guilty. But we've not heard anything to do with that, and also we've not heard anything to say City will go back in January. Not for ages, anyway. Not since summer.
Just have to wait and see, man. Have to wait and see. But I'm really hoping for some business. I'm really hoping for some substantial business in January, because I don't feel good about this squad going the whole length of the season.
It feels a little bit light, doesn't it, for changes? Like look at even when we played Luton, our first 11 that we played was our best 11, and even I was kind of like, do we even make changes? Like Nunes bringing in, I didn't even know whether we should be bringing Nunes on or not. Like I didn't. There wasn't changes where I was obviously going, right, we've got this guy on the bench and we could bring on and he can smash it. So it's one to look at, and obviously it's something that City and Pep will decide. But the money is there for Pep. The money is there for Pep for him to choose if he wants to invest in January into the squad. Now there's only a couple of weeks, only 3 weeks away till January. So in 3 weeks' time, transfer window open, could be time to cook. And that's when transfer news will pop. That's when we'll bring back the daily transfer roundup videos, because the transfer window time. Who would you want, says Cal? Who would you want? Kimmich and Paqueta would be nice, but I that's asking for a lot. That. So Kimmich.
one in January of Kimmich or Paqueta, then get the other in the summer. I'd be happy with that.
Mm.
I think they're both realistic as well. They're definitely
Yeah.
both like Kimmich must be thinking of the January transfer window, saying if a decent offer came in, I might take it, because not getting the game time. And he's 28. He's in the prime of his career. He needs to be playing week in, week out, Kimmich. And there's a spot for you, Mr. Joshua, at Manchester City. So I think if we went in, spoke to him, spoke to his agent, maybe plant the seed. Would you come to City? Get Pep to send him a few text messages. You don't know. You just don't know, man. I think it's a realistic option.
Yeah.
Push for it, people. Get on Twitter.
Well,
push for it.
this is it.
Team.
Hashtag City, Kimmich to City, something like that, innit? That's what we need. We need to run this back. We need to show our fan influence. You know what I mean? Just start hamming out. Just like when we did the Seaside Sane thing and a journalist then asked Pep and they shut it down. City shut our season. We pushed that Seaside Sane thing, and genuinely we got shut down with it from the club. The club were like, nah, don't start this. Which is sick. That's sick. You did that. You guys did that by tweeting that.
The club were like, shut up. It ain't happening.
Yeah, club were like,
now, everybody, straight to Twitter. See sign Kimmich. See sign Kimmich.
Yeah,
Everyone now.
Some form of hashtag. If anyone's got any more clever ideas, then throw that out there. Hashtag Kimmich for Calvin. Just anything, mate. Kimmich flight tracker. Oh, yeah.
How many minutes he's played? 1,000.
1,500 he played. Red John with a 2 says, I bet £1,000 with you guys that Kimmich would join City. Yeah, Hugh just said that. He accepts that. So if that's the case, then Hugh will give you that £1,000. Not me. Only joking, Red John.
1,500 is pretty dead for so far this season, isn't it? My maths is mathing.
In 19 games, do you want me to figure out how many minutes that actually is?
19 by 90.
19 games. He's played 1,500 minutes. Divide that by 19 games. Mate, what? What am I doing? What maths am I doing?
So 90 times 19.
Yeah, what's 90 times 19 is 1,700 minutes.
1,700.
Yeah. But that's if he played 90 minutes for all them games, and he's played 1,500, so that's all right then, isn't it?
It's not bad.
Yeah, the guy's playing 90 minutes, bro. Why are people saying he don't play? Check this, bro. Champions League game, he played 90 minutes against United. He's played 90 minutes in every single Champions League game this season. In the Pokal, he played 63 minutes in 90 minutes. Where's the league at? He plays 90 minutes all the time, chat. You don't know what you're talking about. Tuchel don't rate him. Well, you know what? He's playing 90 minutes all the time. There's one game against Darmstadt where he played 4 minutes.
Oh, the dream is dead. Okay.
The guy is playing. He genuinely is playing. He plays all the time. All the time.
All right.
The guy,
okay, well, that's that then.
Kimmich's in Manchester right now, isn't he? Yeah, they play United.
Go to the hotel, bro. Go with a sign.
Yeah. You need to just stand outside like this. There's a little sign that says, please.
And live stream it. Do like an IRL live stream.
Just waiting outside the hotel like a stalker.
Yeah.
He's only played in 11
shouting.
league games.
Keep shouting. Josh! Come to City, mate! Just keep shouting that.
Oh, wait, in fact, bro, we might still be on here, you know? Because, yeah, you're right, Dan Tralius. He's only played 11 league games. But in those league games, he has played basically all the time. But how many games have Bayern played? Bayern, Munich. How many games have Bayern played so far? Wait, what? They've played 13 games. So he's only missed 2.
He's chilling.
Bro, the guy is absolutely chilling backs. The guy's only missed 2 games. And in those 11 games, he's played 90 minutes in most of them. The guy is absolutely chilling backs.
Nah, he's grand. We're not getting him.
What's his
nice
contract?
One, Chad. Cheers for ruining that, man. Cheers for ruining that.
Yeah, you got us excited for that. His contract actually, though, expires in 2025. We might be back on
Okay, so
there.
he should be, unless he signs a new thing, he should be cheap next summer.
Yeah, exactly. Which is, I mean, that's all right, isn't it? So, basically, we got to hope that he just holds out and doesn't sign a new contract. Tristan, yes. With a 9 months, says my dream January summer transfer window will be Valentin Barco, Kimmich, WIRTZ, Frimpong, and a right winger, maybe Savio or Nico Williams. That Savio Donny's going to be sick.
Not asking for a lot there, Tristan, are you, mate?
I mean, to be fair, Barco realistic. Kimmich,
WIRTZ, and Frimpong. No, none of them.
Well, Kimmich is all right. That's like, if City are proper interested in Kimmich, that'd be all right.
I thought he meant just January.
Oh no, January/summer. Yeah, all of that in January. Yeah, not a chance. But January/summer, that'd be a good two transfer windows. That
would be Tristan. Yeah, that would be.
Yeah, Morale says we're getting on and off this Kimmich train. Yeah, mate, I'm stepping on and off like I don't know what train to get on me. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm botting out. But yeah, that's. Wow, I thought Kimmich. I thought I seen Rothwell then, but Kimmich's birthplace of birth is Rotwell. That's like so close to being my name, Jordan Rotwell. I'm gonna tell Kimmich that, innit? And just be like, this is it. Right. That's that. Big up Tristan, mate. Big up for the 9 months. Big up to everyone who's super chatted us in this stream. Big up to Professional Idiot with the 10 gifted members, and also JCM with the 1 gifted membership. Big up to all those people who got those gifted memberships. I appreciate everyone who's liked the stream. Good man. 292 likes. I mean, we had a max like 350 people in here. That's good, that is good, that. So on your way out, if you're not done so already, hit the like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. And who is it? Big Six tonight?
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Big Six.
Arsenal lost, Chelsea lost, United lost, and City won, baby. So we're chilling.
Yeah, so go check out Big Six. He'll be there. Go show Hugh some love. But yeah, hope you enjoy the transfer roundup. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Some more news, more stuff. We'll see you in a bit.